cancel culture is striking even harder at Dr. Disrespect. This is a wild situation, and it's escalating. Now, the Midnight Society, a game developer that he co-founded, has severed their relationship with him through these allegations. And there's still nothing. It's still just allegations. I'm going to get into all of this in just a moment. This is just wild stuff. And, this is like a Kobayashi Maru no-win situation here. You've got, if he's guilty, you've got a really gross situation. If he's innocent, you've got a cancel mob who did this stuff just based on allegations and not of anything true and ruined this guy's life for nothing. Either way, I feel like the culture loses, right? It's really sad to watch. All right, my name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and been canceled more times than I can even count. I just don't care. Yeah, I would appreciate it, though, if you join my newsletter. I have a website and a web store on here, too, if you guys want to support the books. And, of course, I mostly just use this to communicate with people, sell my books, let people know what's going on. But I feel like at some point I'm going to get banned from these major platforms. I'm just too based. And I'd love to stay in touch with you. So get on here, and eventually maybe I'll just talk to my people directly and not have to deal with these platforms. Thanks so much for signing up. And please hit the like and subscribe in the meantime. I really appreciate you guys here. Would love to have you join our community of based gamers, based comic book fans, based sci-fi fans. We've got a little bit of everything over here, and it's a lot of fun. All right. So yesterday, of course, Midnight Society announced that it severed ties in its relationship with Dr. Disrespect because he's been accused of sexting an underage girl by former Twitch employee Cody Connors. Now, it's all pretty suspect. Cody Connors has sat on this information for 4 years. There was a couple tweets he posted saying he'd drop information if he sold out some event. It was an apparent grift, 100% attempt to capitalize off of canceling somebody. It was disgusting. Cody Connors is the worst of the dregs of society, in my opinion. So it all seemed kind of weird. Dr. Disrespect put out a statement saying he did nothing wrong and that there's a settlement. He can't really talk about it with Twitch. And so that's a situation where he has to kind of be coy about things. He doesn't know why he was banned to this day, according to him. He says, the way I discovered it, I was on a buddy's stream. Some features started turning off while I was in the chat, and all of a sudden, social media was blowing up. So he's talked about it for a while, and they had that settlement, of course. And then this hit with Cody Connors saying he got banned sexting a minor in the then-existing Twitch Whispers product. He was then trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read it in plain text. Okay? Very weird stuff. And so he's of course denied it. And despite that, so this is what happened yesterday. Midnight Society. On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders in Guy Beam, a.k.a. Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence. Okay. And began speaking with the parties involved. So I'm going to guess that's Cody. In order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we're terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed with our community of players. Now, this drives me crazy because this is a pretty typical SJW cancel move that doesn't state why it's canceled, and then the mob sticks in. And I'm looking at this and I'm noticing most of the reasonable people on the internet, people like Nick Merckx, people like D-Day Cobra, people like Razorfist are all saying, look, these are pretty bad allegations, but at the same time, nobody's presented any evidence or anything on this level. So how are we supposed to condemn this guy based on just allegations on the internet by some former Twitch employee of all people? Now, on the flip side, you see the people with the rainbow flags, the trans flags, the she, they, them, zers, are all jumping on board to cancel him as quickly as possible. And they actually used this post because they exist not on anything else other than their monkey troop getting riled up with social proof, right? Social proof is not proof. And this is what they're doing right now is they're going, oh, look, even his own company's condemning him. Ha, ha, ha. It must be real bad. It must be. And when you see this, when you say, while these facts are difficult, Midnight Society didn't present any facts. There's no facts here except for they're canceling him. And then the woke mob is rejoicing by it. So that makes my spider senses tingle, that there's something wrong here. And not that Dr. Disrespect necessarily is guilty, but that this is a mob directed at trying to destroy him, and it's just based on politics. So we don't know, so we have to reserve judgment. I'm just speculating. But, you want to presume innocence until otherwise. Now, if you look at Twitter, you got Jake Lucky, who's just going right in on that mob, saying they found enough evidence to let him go. They found something. That's what I'm trying to say. Did they? I don't know. The Quartering posted, to all the reporters claiming to have proof about Dr. Disrespect but are worried about being sued. So you sat on it for 4 years. Send it to me. I'll publish it today. Yeah, me too. I mean, jeez, don't give it to Jeremy. Give it to me. I need more views for my channel. He doesn't need any. Very funny. But you don't know what's going on still. He also said there's some documents on Doc that will be released today, according to my source very close to it. So maybe it is going to come out today. Don't know. What they will prove remains to be seen. But it's what Midnight Society saw and decided to fire him, even though he's the co-founder. So I think he said something else about this earlier, which is pretty interesting. But I can't find it, of course, because this is the internet and Twitter. Twitter's getting harder to find information on here. But yeah, this is it. Anyone else think it's odd people turning on Dr. Disrespect all seem to claim to have or seen some kind of smoking gun irrefutable evidence he is a creep, yet not one single shred of evidence is anywhere online. This is exactly what I'm saying. Hundreds of people all have hard evidence of and nothing leaks. That's really weird. I've never seen anything like that that's ended up being true. And so that's the situation. I saw some other people who are, semi-close to him, I guess, who have said that, he got paid by Twitch because he actually didn't do anything. That there is some evidence that he was, like, flirting with somebody, but there isn't evidence that he knew it was a minor or anything like that. And so that all got swept under the rug because of that. But the normal response here is, guys, don't do this stuff online. Online is always bad, regardless of whether it is. And what is it? One of my buddies, my co-streamer, always says, "Internet pussy is the devil," and those are words to live by. So that's my life advice for you guys today. Hey, look, we're dropping life advice here. So don't text people like this regardless. It doesn't matter if they're a minor or not. Never ends up well. I really hope that the allegations aren't true, because we should hope that. We should hope that something untoward was not being done in this situation. We'll find out. Now the annoying part about this, Dr. Disrespect did do a stream yesterday. He was streaming Elden Ring. And at the end of it, he did say possibly he would be taking an indefinite hiatus from doing that in the future, which means he's backing away from this and kind of letting himself get canceled here in some ways. But other ways, of course, like he's said on his posts on the matter, that he was not doing anything. He says, "List, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement. I need to say, since this is the effing internet, I didn't do anything wrong. This has all been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found. I was paid." Very odd that he'd do that and yet cancel the internet as well. So Robert Bowling said he's dealing with it. Just now aware, just now public. He said, "I deliberately mean now aware. I landed from Stockholm, reconnected, saw the tweet, immediately began an investigation to learn everything I need to know so I can ensure a follow-through." He's also said, "I don't know is also not an acceptable answer to me, which is why I decided to accept the result of the lawsuit. When the lawsuit was settled and sealed, all I had to go on with public information was no wrongdoing acknowledged on either side. Where did I fail? So he's trying to cover himself here. But what's the truth? Well, we'll find out pretty soon if the quartering's right. I don't know, though. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to join my newsletter. Also, join Subscribestar. We're producing some exclusive content there. If you want to support us, really appreciate you being there. We'll be back soon.